Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dissect what is, without a doubt, the single most critical step when you file anything with USCIS, paying the fee. Because if you get this one step wrong, I'm telling you, nothing else you do even matters. So let's just start with the cold, hard reality of the USCIS Lockbox system. Before a single human being ever looks at your carefully prepared forms, your entire package is going to meet a completely automated gatekeeper. You see, this isn't really about the money itself. It's about the payment being the first and honestly the most unforgiving test your application will face. The Lockbox is basically a machine designed to ask one question: did you pay the right fee the right way? And if the answer is no, that gate just stays shut, period. And look, USCIS couldn't be more blunt about this. This isn't some vague warning. It's a hard and fast rule. An incorrect payment, even if you're off by a few bucks, or just some technical mistake in how you authorize it, it stops your application dead in its tracks. Okay, so let's get into it. To pass this first test, you have to know the exact price of admission. And this is absolutely not the place for guessing or rounding up. It's all about precision. So how do you find that magic number? Well, USCIS gives you two main ways. The easiest, most direct path is to go to the specific webpage for the exact form you're filing. The other way is to use the official fee schedule, which is basically a master list of every single fee. Now, here's a detail that trips up a lot of people. Fees can stack. It's often not just about the main filing fee. As you can see here with this I-821 form, you also have to add that separate $30 biometrics fee. If you miss that, it's the exact same as paying the wrong amount. And you know what that means? Automatic rejection. And this is so important. If you're sending in a package with multiple forms, let's say for an adjustment of status, a work permit, and a travel document, you have to, and I mean have to, provide a separate payment for each individual form. Writing one big check for the total is one of the most common reasons people get rejected. So, you've got the right amount, calculated down to the last penny. Fantastic. But now we have to talk about the mechanism for actually making the payment. The how you pay is just as critical as the what you pay. When you're filing at a USCIS lockbox, you have exactly two ways to authorize your payment. Just two. And here's the kicker. You can only pick one. Let's break them down. And here are your two options, side by side. On the left, you've got the G1450 form for credit or debit cards. On the right, the G1650 for a direct debit from your bank account. But I want you to look at that row that says crucial step, because this is where so many applications fail. For a card, you really should call your bank ahead of time to pre-authorize the charge. And for a bank debit, you might need to add specific USCIS codes to your bank's safe list. Skipping these steps is just asking for a failed payment. All right, so if you go with the G1450, think of this as your final mission checklist before you seal that envelope. Every single number has to be perfect. You have to check the box for the card type. And critically, the form has to be signed by the actual card holder, which might not be the same person as the applicant. And if you use the G1650 for a bank debit, the level of precision needed is just as intense. A single wrong digit in that 9-digit routing number or your account number, and the payment fails. End of story. And again, the signature absolutely must be from the legal account holder. Okay, so we know what to do. Now let's flip it around. Let's really zero in on what not to do. We're going to isolate the 3 most common and absolutely fatal mistakes that will guarantee your application gets rejected. Think of these as the 3 absolute don'ts of USCIS payments. Seriously, burn these into your memory, because avoiding these simple mistakes is what separates an accepted application from one that gets sent right back to you. We've said it before, but it's worth saying again because this is the #1 fatal error. If you are sending in 3 forms, you must include 3 separate payment authorizations, 3 G1450s or 3 G1650s. Do not add them all up and submit one payment. The system will reject it. This might seem counterintuitive, but you can't include a backup. If you put in both a credit card form and a bank debit form thinking, hey, just in case one fails, the system sees that as an ambiguity, gets confused, and rejects the entire package. You have to pick one horse and ride it. And this is the one that really gets people. USCIS will only try to run your payment one single time. If your card is declined, it doesn't matter why, maybe insufficient funds, maybe a fraud alert, that's it. You get one shot. They will not try it again. They will just reject your application on the spot. So when you get down to it, the system is incredibly rigid, but its rules are clear and they are knowable. Making sure your payment is absolutely perfect isn't just another bureaucratic step. It is literally the only key that will unlock the next stage of your immigration journey. Get it right, and that gate swings right open.